here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the LA Chargers.
Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Well, now they'll try the end around.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with his speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
2nd and 7.
Here's Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Here's Darius Davis on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man, that's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Herbert now.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. To the air again, Herbert. Flush to his right. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 7-7, our score after one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home and don't stop him behind the line.
Goff going to shift him around. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
4th down to give to Gibbs.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short period.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A.
And even 40 yards.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Herbert. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective, is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And the ball is knocked out.
And one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, it becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Returnable here for Davis. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Herbert on 1st down now. He finds his target, Allen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, 34 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's It's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And quickly they get to the line. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. There's Goff.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. So not only did they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead. Patterson now for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play, but Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Touchdown! Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers have answered back with a 3rd-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Goff.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
3rd and long as a defender, all you want to do is guard the 1st down line. Make sure that everything stays in front and run up there and make the tackle. They did everything exactly right, except making the tackle.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The give right side for Gibbs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your...
Herbert has it knocked free.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From the gun, here's Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Cameron Sutton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Herbert. He's got Eckler. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Throwing, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally, wrestled down at the 11th. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights of the chip shot. And this whole crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many